Coach, your team was down by as many as 21 points. What happened and what changed from that point on?
Well, I think we claimed our identity. We realized exactly who we need to be in order to come out and give ourselves a chance. I think in that first half it was more about the offense and it was affecting our defense. In that second half we realized that we've got to buckle down, sit down and guard, and the offense will come and flow if you guard the right way.
When you reclaim your identity like that, is it the result of something you said at halftime, something one of your or two of your players said at halftime?
It's been the accountability of this group, for the year. Being able to communicate with one another the things that we need to do, the adjustments that we need to make, and being more of who we are. And it is a tied together group that loves to defend, that loves to cover for each other, to play the right way, play for one another. And we've talked about that, and that was the conversation at halftime.
Led by the players or in this case you?
The players.
Coach, sixth largest comeback in franchise history. This group could make excuses, say second night of a back-to-back, 3 games, 4 nights, all those lines. The fact that you guys continue not to do that and just find ways, what does that say about this group?
I think it just goes back into this group's identity, being able to be resilient no matter what's going on, not looking at the circumstances as things that you cannot control. I mean, the league, every other team has back-to-backs. Every team has back-to-backs too. You can't use that as an excuse, and this team will not. Every other team has guys in and out of lineups. We can't use that as an excuse. And this group has really taken a hold of that and made it who we are.
You had contributions, up and down the roster, but when Paolo and Franz put their heads down like that, just how much does that will and help the rest of the group?
I mean, these two young men, Paolo's an all-star. Franz is on his way to being an all-star. The way in which they play off each other, and then it's become selfless, and it carries over to the rest of the group. And it's challenging them to be able to make the right play at the right time for their teammates. And that's the trust that this group has for one another. And it's enjoyable to watch because you can see that belief that they have within each other and that they have in themselves.
Describe how Jalen Suggs is really the point of attack for the defense.
Jalen Suggs starts everything off for us. There's no other way to put it. When he is defending the way he has been defending lately, it's hard for other teams to do anything because he's so aggressive. He knows how to keep guys in front. He plays the right way, and I just think he sets the tone right away. But, you got to give that group credit for each guy in that second half coming out, wanting to defend the right way, and just knowing it was about getting stops more than anything.
Anything else? Thank you, Coach Mose.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Franz, sixth largest comeback in franchise history. What did you see in the second half that was different from the first and allowed you guys to come out with a win tonight?
We got stops. I think a lot of our points in the first half came in transition and just us not communicating or getting back and taking care of the ball and making sure we get good shots. Allow us to get back in the second half and make them play more in the half court. And I think we're a really good defensive team in the half court, so I think that was the biggest key.
What was the message at halftime? There's a lot of groups that could be on the second night of a back-to-back and write one off when they're down, 21 points, but your group didn't seem to do that tonight.
Yeah, it's that time of the season. We need every game that we play, so. I thought it was really good how we came out of the half and showed some urgency and showed that we know that this is an important game for us. So, like I said, it's a really important win, and hopefully we can keep it going and learn from it.
You and Paolo are obviously two leaders of this team. When you come out in the second half aggressive like both of you did tonight, how much does that help the rest of the group along?
I think it definitely helps. I think we have a lot of responsibility, so I think both of us want to make sure that we make the right play and pay that back to the team. And I thought today we did a solid job, especially with our mentality. I thought we had the right mindset coming out of that halftime. And I thought everybody, though, nobody let their heads hang down even when it was close. And that's exactly the type of mentality we need, as the season goes on.
You shot 9 of 15 from the floor. What's your mindset when you're looking to score so efficiently?
Just try to get to the paint and really just read the defense if they sagging off. Step into my shot. Somebody's in the paint helping, spray it out. Just taking good shots, I guess. I think that's obvious, obviously, but sometimes it's not that easy to do, and just trying to play an easy game and, like I said, make the easy read.
Franz, your brother's had big performances all season, but the type of performance he put together in the fourth quarter, especially with Dell out tonight, just how big was that for your group?
Yeah, huge. Especially in these back-to-backs, we need everybody to be ready, and Mo showed that all year. He's ready and engaged in every game, and obviously it's really cool when it pays off offensively like that for a player, but I think more it's his energy, enthusiasm that has an impact on every game.
Paolo, sixth largest comeback in franchise history. What did you see out of your group, after halftime?
I think, we just came together in the locker room. Coach spoke some words of encouragement, and we just took it upon ourselves to fight back, and we wanted to start fast in the third quarter. We did a good job in the second, I think, of weathering the storm and getting the lead down to like 9 or 10. And then third quarter, we wanted to, come out strong and take the lead.
Between the coach and the players, what was the message in the locker room at halftime?
Just that, it's one of those games that we're going to have to fight back, regardless of how we started or how we were playing. It was up to us whether we wanted to win this game or lose it, so it wasn't really much to talk about scheme-wise. We didn't even really, there was no really talk about, any scheme at halftime. It was just about our effort and our attitude and how hard we wanted to play.
You and Franz are obviously two big leaders on this team. When you guys have the second halves that you guys did, how much does that help everybody else along the way as you're making that comeback?
Yeah, that's kind of our job is to, lead the charge and just play at a high level. And, I know at least I didn't do that in the first half, so I wanted to come out in the second half and, switch it around and, turn my energy up. And, it's hard sometimes playing the back-to-backs. We haven't been very good this year on back-to-backs, so that was something that we also talked about, and we just wanted to come out and respond.
When you look at Franz's performance, asking him, he talked a little bit about how he was disappointed in himself yesterday. For him to have this bounce back and really contribute offensively, what does that say to just his grit, his fight, and on a back-to-back to help you guys get a win?
Sorry. No, that's just who he is. That's what he does. Franz isn't going to have, too many bad games in a row. He's always going to respond. He holds himself to a very high standard, so really doesn't take anybody to speak any, fire into him. He just kind of has that regardless. So, he's one of our key guys, and he just had another day in the office for him.
You finished with a game-high 10 assists. What was the defense giving you, and how were you able to find your teammates at such a high level?
Yeah, I think it was just making the simple play. I think the past couple games I've been sloppy with my decision-making, so I think I wanted to make the simple play, give it to guys when they're open, and let them do the rest. And so I think just give credit to my teammates because, I don't think I really made too many crazy passes out there. I think it was just more of me finding an open guy and then, knocking down the shot or finishing the play.